I've always been a big fan of Andre Iguodala, and for those who appreciate defense, will understand why.
A half difference between the shot clock and game clock. James dribbled it off his foot. Iguodala, good defense, gets it back, drives inside. Iguodala, such a terrific defender, and gets to finish. We head to the fourth quarter of game one. It's all even. This presentation of the game.
It always amazed me when I heard Andre Iguodala had only been selected to 2 All-NBA defensive teams. But watching him, I was sure he was a better defender. But I guess winning the Finals MVP kind of makes up for it all. Now, let's take a closer look at how he did it.
James drives, falling away, misses.
One of his most used tactics is the swipe steal. And although he doesn't always get the steal, he prefers it to the contest, or at least before a contest. Logically, it makes perfect sense. You're still pressuring the shot, but you're getting a steal attempt in the middle of it. He's also on record saying that he studies where players hold the ball where they shoot, so he knows exactly where to swipe down. You can tell he studied LeBron because he was doing this many times in the finals, and he's been using this tactic on LeBron for many years. Another thing Iguodala prefers when guarding LeBron is to play between the basket instead of tight on-ball defense. Previously, I did a breakdown on Kawhi Leonard, and he was another player that was excellent at this defensive philosophy, choosing to take away the basket and any blow-by opportunities, and instead offering the pull-up jump shot as the only easy shot. And when you're guarding LeBron James, you can't hope for anything more. The key is to simply back up as the offensive player approaches you, therefore cutting off the angles he has to get by you to the basket. And thus you might be giving up close-range shots, but at least you're always in front of them, contesting or swipe stealing them. And if your goal is to not give anything easy to LeBron James, then it's going to take more than one player. Iguodala might have been defending him, but the team's concept was to force him middle. You can see early in the game LeBron tries to drive baseline, but because Iguodala was forcing middle, the only way baseline is out of bounds. By taking away the baseline, you're forcing LeBron into your help defender. This hopefully guarantees that LeBron doesn't get any easy opportunities to score. And in return, you're forcing his teammates to become the scorers and playmakers of the game. Something against the Cavs you much rather prefer. But that in no way discounts Iguodala's defensive effort on LeBron, especially his post defense. And what surprised me the most was how wide his stance will be when defending the post. For those of you who have watched my videos in the past, you know I'm a big advocate of a wide stance, but I've never seen one this wide. Now he's doing this for 2 reasons. One, you're going to prevent LeBron from getting a drop step or a spin move because his foot will not be able to get outside of yours. But the other reason he's doing this is simply for leverage, as LeBron's much stronger, and so he's performing a wide base with his feet and even angling his body towards LeBron. Now the main risk of trying to gain this much leverage is that it's going to make you slow and off balance. But Andre does a great job at constantly moving his feet not only with LeBron, but before LeBron even moves, so that LeBron can never get that foot outside of Iguodala's. This, of course, is a superhuman feat, much easier said than done. Now we get to the point where the Cavs involve LeBron into the pick and roll. Iguodala was doing a good job at guarding him in the post. Now we have to see how he guarded him off the pick and roll. You might think at first Iguodala would go under the screen, therefore keeping with his philosophy of between the man and the ball. But remember, this is a team defense, and because they sag off the big, there's already a defender between the basket and LeBron. so Iguodala can force more on-ball pressure and go over top the screen. And every time he goes over top the screen, he's going to try and get his forearm on LeBron's hip and try and push him away from the screen, giving him a chance to get back in front of him or alter his path.
Between the shot clock and game clock. James dribbling off his foot. Iguodala, good defense, gets it back, drives inside.
Along the same lines as the forearm on the hip over top of the screen, when LeBron drives, Iguodala will sometimes lock arms with LeBron. This prevents a push-off and also keeps the offensive player close. This is a deceptive tactic I've broken down Kobe using in the past. And last, we have something from Patrick Beverley and Russell Westbrook, the jump stop stance. This is great if you want to put pressure on your opponent. Instead of backing up into your defensive stance, you will jump stop into it towards him, cutting the distance that your opponent has between you. And if you've been studying your opponent closely all game, you know how he'll react to pressure. So you'll be able to get that steal in crunch time. Although Andre Iguodala might not have the accolades he deserves, he is a phenomenal defender. And this finals, I think he proved it to everybody.
Incredible bonus to this Warrior attack.